Jungkook of BTS and Charlie Puth have long been at the center of global musical admiration, but their relationship goes far beyond the studio. Their professional chemistry, first glimpsed through their joint stage performance and the 2022 collaboration, Left and Right, laid the groundwork for what fans and insiders have since described as an evolving friendship rooted in respect, creativity, and mutual influence. Now, with the upcoming Calvin Klein flagship opening event on the horizon, this connection appears ready to expand into the fashion world. Reports have surfaced suggesting that Charlie Puth may be among the high-profile guests set to attend the event, not as a Calvin Klein ambassador, but as a personal invitee of Jungkook himself. The speculation is grounded in the closeness the two artists have displayed publicly. From social media interactions to studio collaborations, their relationship showcases a rare synergy between East and West that captures the attention of millions. Jungkook's ongoing role as Calvin Klein's global brand ambassador has elevated the brand's visibility across Asia and among Gen Z consumers globally. His campaigns, ranging from minimalist portraits to edgy editorial shoots, have helped rebrand Calvin Klein for a younger, more globally conscious audience. But perhaps more importantly, his ambassadorship extends beyond fashion. It reflects Jungkook's expanding influence across industries and geographies. Bringing Charlie Puth into the orbit of this flagship event would serve multiple purposes. It would reinforce Jungkook's status as a global connector and tastemaker, while simultaneously highlighting Charlie's openness to cultural collaboration outside of his usual music circuit. The intersection of their careers, now possibly extending into the fashion world, demonstrates how celebrity branding is evolving to include genuine interpersonal relationships as a central strategy. Charlie Puth, known for hits like Attention and We Don't Talk Anymore, has always presented himself as more than just a chart-topping artist. With a background in classical music, perfect pitch, and a reputation for detailed music production, Charlie embodies a type of musical craftsmanship that Jungkook has repeatedly admired. Their collaboration on Left and Right showcased how well their voices blend, but more than that, it revealed a shared creative language that goes beyond genre or market. Their ability to collaborate musically suggests that working together in the realm of fashion, intentionally or otherwise, is not far-fetched. When fans noticed increased interaction between the two on social media earlier this year, many speculated that another collaboration might be in the works. But few expected that collaboration to take the form of a shared public appearance at one of fashion's most iconic brand events. Sources close to the planning of the Calvin Klein event have neither confirmed nor denied the rumors of Charlie's attendance, but insiders suggest that Jungkook had significant input in curating the guest list. Given the high-profile nature of the event and Calvin Klein's emphasis on global inclusivity, inviting a US-based artist with whom Jungkook shares a personal and professional rapport would be both logical and impactful. What sets this potential appearance apart from other celebrity fashion moments is the underlying story, not one of contracts or sponsorships, but one of friendship. Jungkook inviting Charlie Puth highlights a cultural shift where artists are not merely brand ambassadors, they are collaborators, curators, and bridges between industries and continents. This strategy also aligns with Calvin Klein's ongoing efforts to remain relevant and culturally agile. In the past, the brand has leveraged star power through provocative campaigns and disruptive imagery. Now, the focus seems to be evolving towards authentic narrative building, where the relationships between featured personalities add depth to the visual story. Whether or not Charlie Puth ultimately walks the carpet or appears in photos at the Calvin Klein event, the rumors alone have already generated conversation. Fan forums, fashion blogs, and industry analysts are closely watching for any confirmation. The intrigue surrounding their friendship continues to grow, especially in light of the strong public interest in East-West artistic collaborations. Moreover, the potential appearance holds implications beyond the headlines. For fans, it is another opportunity to see two of their favorite artists supporting each other outside the confines of a music stage. For the fashion industry, it signals a growing emphasis on relationship-driven branding. And for Calvin Klein, it could prove to be a landmark event that marks the beginning of a new era in global celebrity collaboration. As the date approaches, more details are likely to emerge. Until then, the intersection of Jungkook and Charlie Puth's artistic journey serves as a compelling case study in how modern celebrity influence transcends mediums. Whether through music or fashion, their alliance represents the power of authentic collaboration in a globalized world. The musical collaboration between Jungkook and Charlie Puth in 2022 was more than just a trending pop moment. It was a blueprint for how artists from vastly different cultural and geographic backgrounds could unite through creativity and mutual respect. Left and Right was met with widespread commercial success, charting in multiple countries and racking up millions of streams across platforms. More importantly, it left a lasting impression on fans, many of whom began to view their partnership as the beginning of something bigger than a single song. The synergy between Jungkook and Charlie Puth wasn't just audible, it was visible. Behind-the-scenes clips from their studio sessions showed a relaxed camaraderie, with both artists complementing each other's work ethic and artistry. Jungkook, who has frequently expressed admiration for Charlie's skills in music production and melody composition, appeared eager to learn and contribute, while Charlie reciprocated with open enthusiasm and guidance. These interactions provided fans with a rare window into a genuine artistic connection that goes beyond label-mandated collaborations. Fast forward to 2025, and the bond between the two seems to be extending its reach. With Jungkook's growing influence in the fashion industry, particularly through his partnership with Calvin Klein, the idea of curating event experiences and social circles is becoming part of his ambassadorial role. He's no longer just the face of a brand, he's becoming a facilitator of cross-cultural exchange. If the reports are accurate and Charlie Puth is indeed attending the flagship opening at Jungkook's invitation, then this signals a deliberate continuation of their artistic and personal relationship. In this context, the potential appearance of Charlie Puth is not simply an endorsement moment or a friendly drop-in. It represents a shift in how global events are being curated. Rather than leaving such appearances to corporate handlers and PR agents, artists like Jungkook are playing a more direct role in shaping who attends, how stories unfold, and what messages are conveyed. This shift is particularly notable because it introduces a more personal, narrative-driven element into brand events. Fashion houses have long relied on the presence of celebrities to amplify exposure. However, when those celebrities are chosen not just for visibility but for authentic ties with a host, like Jungkook and Charlie Puth share, the result is a more cohesive and compelling event identity. Audiences are no longer content with red carpet photos alone. They crave the context, the friendship, and the story behind the shared moments. From a strategic perspective, Charlie's inclusion adds Western star power to a predominantly Eastern branding moment. Calvin Klein, while an American brand, has been heavily investing in its Asian markets, particularly South Korea and China. By bridging these regions with recognizable talent from both spheres, Calvin Klein can underscore its international appeal. In this way, Charlie Puth's rumored presence, facilitated by Jungkook, serves both personal and commercial objectives. Moreover, this evolution reflects broader industry trends where musicians are becoming brand curators. The modern celebrity isn't confined to their original discipline. They are business people, influencers, storytellers, and cultural diplomats. Jungkook's invitation to Charlie Puth symbolizes this broader transformation. It suggests that their connection is not limited to song releases, but also includes shared values around aesthetics, creativity, and influence. Public anticipation around the Calvin Klein event also illustrates how fans now engage with celebrity culture. It's no longer just about what artists are wearing. It's about who invited whom, what those relationships suggest, and how these intersections reflect the globalized entertainment landscape. A photograph of Jungkook and Charlie Puth together at such an event would be circulated worldwide within minutes, interpreted endlessly by fans, and leveraged as content across social media channels. In addition, industry insiders are increasingly aware of the marketing power of these organic friendships. A collaborative appearance at a Calvin Klein event offers both artists a form of soft branding. Jungkook reinforces his role as a global connector and Calvin Klein ambassador, while Charlie Puth expands his reach into new markets and demographics. Both benefit, and so does the brand that hosts them. Critics may argue that fashion appearances are superficial compared to musical achievements, but in today's entertainment economy, the two are inseparable. Image, influence, and relationships drive public interest. The Calvin Klein event. If Charlie Puth's attendance at the Calvin Klein opening materializes, it will likely stand as more than just a photo-worthy appearance. It would symbolize a nuanced form of global cultural diplomacy. The intersection of his presence and Jungkook's invitation reflects a powerful blend of soft influence, one where music, fashion, and personal alliance converge to shape not only media cycles, but also consumer perception. In recent years, Calvin Klein has evolved from a minimalist American fashion icon to a global lifestyle brand that thrives on diversity and relevance. Jungkook's appointment as a brand ambassador was a key milestone in this journey, signaling a conscious effort by the company to tap into new cultural territories. His reach, rooted in his success with BTS and his solo endeavors, is unmatched in much of the global entertainment landscape. His influence stretches from Seoul to Los Angeles, from music platforms to runways, and now, possibly, into who gets invited to elite brand events. In this sense, Charlie Puth's rumored inclusion serves a dual symbolic purpose. First, it bridges Western and Eastern cultural spheres with an organic connection forged through music. Second, it reinforces Calvin Klein's narrative of being a brand that supports not just icons, but relationships that transcend geographical and artistic borders. This is not just beneficial for branding. From an economic standpoint, having two internationally recognized artists associated with the same event presents opportunities for exponential engagement. Whether it's through digital impressions, press coverage, or online conversations, the social capital generated from such a pairing can outperform traditional celebrity appearances. The unique selling point here is the authenticity of the bond. Fans know Jungkook and Charlie Puth genuinely admire one another, and that translates into meaningful engagement rather than fleeting spectacle. Moreover, Calvin Klein's potential use of the friendship as a narrative tool may redefine how marketing campaigns are constructed in the years ahead. Where once the emphasis was on provocative visuals or celebrity glamour, brands are now leaning toward campaigns that tell real stories. If photos emerge of Jungkook and Charlie together at the event, even casually, they will undoubtedly be dissected, discussed, and remembered not just for what they wore, but for what their presence together represents. In today's digital environment, the line between content and commercial message is increasingly blurred. What Jungkook and Charlie Puth offer is not just celebrity, it's content with built-in meaning. A single interaction between them can spark global headlines. A short video or casual quote from the event might reach millions within hours, creating momentum that a standard advertisement could not match. And all of this is anchored in a narrative that audiences already care about: their friendship. It's also important to recognize how this development could impact other industries, especially music and fashion collaborations. Should this Calvin Klein moment spark renewed public interest in their musical partnership, it could serve as a launchpad for new projects, be they collaborative tracks, dual interviews, or even co-branded campaigns. In a landscape where visibility is currency, this appearance could be mutually beneficial beyond just the event night. From the perspective of fans, there's also a degree of emotional investment that deepens the impact. Many have followed their journey since the 2018 Billboard Music Awards, when Jungkook and Charlie Puth shared the stage for the first time. Over time, this mutual respect has grown from one-off admiration to studio-level collaboration. For fans, seeing them together again, this time outside the studio and in a high-fashion setting, offers a full-circle moment that feels culturally significant. Industry experts may also see this as a test case in a larger trend: the decentralization of traditional celebrity endorsement. If Jungkook is indeed the person inviting Charlie to the event, then the model shifts from brand-to-artist outreach to artist-to-artist alliance, with the brand acting more as an enabler than a commander. This puts more power in the hands of creative individuals, who can now shape not only the art they make but the brand ecosystems they build around them. In many ways, this scenario reflects how entertainment and fashion have become vehicles for diplomacy, branding, and cultural exchange. Two artists standing together at a fashion event might seem like a surface-level moment, but it's anything but. It is, instead, a reflection of broader shifts in who holds influence, how partnerships are formed, and how authenticity is becoming the gold standard for success. As media outlets speculate, fans create content, and industry analysts evaluate, one thing remains clear: the potential presence of Charlie Puth at the Calvin Klein event is about more than fashion. It's about signal and story, invitation and influence. And at the center of it all are two artists who, by simply showing up together, could reshape how brands connect with the world. As speculation intensifies around Charlie Puth's possible appearance at the Calvin Klein flagship event, attention has shifted to what this appearance could mean beyond the surface. A simple red carpet arrival by Charlie Puth, alongside or at the invitation of Jungkook, is poised to send waves across entertainment, fashion, and even marketing industries. More than just a celebrity moment, it would represent a confluence of multiple industries using a shared platform to deliver a broader cultural statement. What makes the anticipation so significant is not just the presence of these two globally recognized artists, but the idea that their collaboration and relationship continue to expand into new territory. Should they appear together at the Calvin Klein event, it would signal the normalization of multidimensional celebrity partnerships, where music, fashion, and personal narrative are no longer separate but deeply interwoven. Fashion events have long been arenas for carefully crafted public messaging. The red carpet, once a space solely for aesthetic presentation, has evolved into a platform for storytelling. Brands use these moments to communicate identity, direction, and values. Celebrities, in turn, use them to signal alliances, intentions, or changes in creative direction. If Charlie Puth walks that carpet, particularly if he does so alongside Jungkook, the message will be heard loud and clear. This is a relationship that extends across platforms, audiences, and cultural geographies. One area where this event could have ripple effects is in fan engagement. Fans of both artists have proven to be highly interactive, digitally savvy, and extremely responsive to collaborative moments. When Jungkook and Charlie Puth released Left and Right, social media exploded with edits, reactions, and commentary. A shared appearance at a Calvin Klein event would likely generate similar, if not greater, levels of engagement, particularly given the visual nature of the platform. What's more, fashion-centric content travels faster and wider on visual platforms like TikTok and Instagram. While music relies on listening, fashion leverages instant visual impact. A coordinated appearance could flood the internet with clips, outfit analyses, behind-the-scenes footage, and fan-created content within minutes. This not only benefits the artists' profiles, but also massively amplifies Calvin Klein's brand exposure across international markets. The broader entertainment industry may also take cues from how this event unfolds. Labels, agencies, and managers are increasingly seeking ways to expand their artists' reach without overexposing them in traditional ways. Attending a fashion event with a trusted collaborator allows both artists to remain visible while avoiding the fatigue that can come from overpromotion. It's subtle, effective, and allows for authenticity to remain intact. Beyond the event itself, there's also the potential for what follows. Should this appearance be well received, it could open the door for future projects between the two artists, either in music or other creative formats. A joint campaign, a fashion capsule collection, or even a second musical collaboration promoted through fashion media are all possibilities that become more viable with a high-profile public appearance. The media industry is also watching closely. Traditional outlets are preparing coverage plans, while digital native platforms are likely readying real-time reaction strategies. Moments like this, where anticipation is high but details are scarce, are ripe for speculative coverage, instant analysis, and cultural discourse. For Calvin Klein, this means extended media presence long before and long after the actual event. Importantly, this situation may redefine how fashion houses view celebrity influence. Rather than simply aligning with individual icons, the value now lies in understanding the ecosystems around them, the friendships, collaborations, and networks that elevate visibility in a way no solo campaign could achieve. Jungkook's ability to draw someone like Charlie Puth into a brand context speaks volumes about his standing not just as an ambassador, but as a facilitator of influence. From a fan perspective, the experience transcends marketing. It feels participatory, like being invited into a moment of authentic connection. Fans aren't just witnessing a brand activation, they're watching two admired figures navigate their shared journeys in real time.